Despite the excitement, the buzz about the Pi Open Network launch, barely 24 hours after listing on exchanges, Picoin lost over 65, should I say 55% in less than 24 hours. Falling all the way from $2.2 on some exchanges all the way down to 0.6666 level. And the question is, why? So in this video, we're going to be talking about the three reasons that happened and what you can do about it so you can profit from the Picoin project. Hello there and welcome back to your favorite channel, and in this video we've got some new update for you concerning Picoin. After 24 hours of listing, Picoin hasn't been doing so well, and we want to explore three major reasons this is so and what you should do about it even right here right now in this video. So you'll learn that. But before we head on, let me quickly mine my Pi. All right, so I just tap and then I mine, and that's it. All right, so now why is it that barely 24 hours after listing, Picoin crashed, the price crashed by over 65%? Okay, let me be modest, over 63%, because when you look at it, Pi was at 2.2%, $2.2 rather, right? And then thereafter, by this morning, even since yesterday, Pi had dropped to 6.6. So that's over 60%, right? Yeah, okay. Let's be modest. Over 60%, right? Okay, so why is it so? Well, whether it's 60%, whether it's 65%, or more or less, the truth of the matter is that the price of Pi didn't go beyond $2.2 and didn't stay above the listing where we met it. In fact, some exchanges met it at 1.6, some picked up at 0.0001 and all that, but some others, well, Pi price has been struggling. Why is it so? Why is it so? So we're going to answer that. But before we get to that, let's head over to Bitget quickly and let's see the current price for Pi. Okay, currently Pi has appreciated a bit. Yeah, all right. So it's at 7.76 now, and hopefully, with what has happened here, hopefully this chart could form an arc and then go up to maybe 1.8 or 1.5 or 1.9 or maybe 2. Let's hope so. But so the question is, why is it so? Why did the price crash that way? I'm going to provide three reasons based on what I've studied and discovered. Number one, now if you go back to the Pi app, you realize that anyone who has Pi didn't pay to get it. Anyone who is a pioneer. Some pioneers have been mining Pi for the last 6 years, some 5 years, some 4 years, some 3 years, some 2 years, some 1 year. So anyone who is a pioneer, particularly those who have been there for so long, 6 years, 5 years, what's the next thing on your mind? When you have been mining a coin, you weren't asked to put an upfront money, but you were just, even the data you were using, how much data were you using? Pi was almost free. It was completely free in short, as a matter of fact, because what you do in mining Pi is even easier than typing an SMS message. Yep. Yes. So anybody who has gathered Pi from inception till now, the next thing the person will think of, the most logical thing to think of, is to cash out. So there's a cashing out, most likely, by early pioneers. So early pioneers are cashing out. So for that reason, the price of Pi will face pressure, downward pressure, because of the sellout. Note that in an earlier video I mentioned that about 9.7 million Pi tokens were supposed to be released. It's in circulation, supposed to be in circulation. But of this, only about 1.4 million or so are tradable on exchanges. Why? Because many of these are still locked, some for a year, some for 2 years, some for 3 years. And some others are still, they just KYC'd. Yeah, so those who have really received their pie logically will just want to, it's common sense to want to cash out. So there's a cashing out happening right now. So that's the first reason, cash out by early pioneers. But how long would that be? Well, I don't know, but something tells me that it wouldn't be so long or too far away, because at some point, at some point, the sellers will exhaust what they are selling. And guess what? Buyers will start looking for more. You now have more buyers than sellers. And guess what? The price of pie, the scarcity we're talking about, will kick in. The second reason I think that pie price is crashing barely 24 hours, in fact, within 24 hours of listing, is that Binance, the biggest exchange on earth, on planet Earth, centralized exchange, hasn't yet listed Pi. Although Binance, let's see if we can open a Binance app here. Although Binance is conducting a poll to actually find out from the community if they should list Pi. And from the feelers we've got from the community so far, majority of the community members are voting. In fact, over 85% are voting for Pi to be listed on the exchange. But then the conditions for Binance to list Pi must still be met, in spite of whatever the outcome of this poll will be. This poll will end on the 27th of February. So meaning that we might still see Pi tagging along the range until the 27th of February. So after 27th of February, Binance will now check to see that they are really studying. It means they are studying the project, the Pi project, right? So by then they can now check through, check their own checklist. If Pi have met them or will meet them, then they'll make an announcement. So that announcement, the community should wait for it. So Binance not listing Pi yet is another reason for price of Pi to be struggling. And the third reason has to do with investors. Investors. Investors, many of them at the moment aren't sure yet about Pi utility. Now, we know that Pi utility, if you go to the Pi browser, in the Pi browser, you have yes, you have fire sale wallet, blockchain, okay, mine, KYC. Primarily, you have the KYC for KYC, then wallet, and then developers. So now the utility, the developers utility, which will allow developers to also mine Pi, to create apps, the decentralized apps to use with the Pi, with the Pi ecosystem, within the Pi ecosystem. That's one of the reasons Pi will have an engaging utility. What I mean is, with developers allowed to develop decentralized applications within the Pi ecosystem, that could also drive usage. So for now, it's not very clear yet, apart from the speculative use of Pi to maybe buy things, trade it, and all of that. There is not an established utility yet that investors could just hold on to. But guess what? The Picoin team has done their best to ensure that they create the backbone for developers to build the dApps, DA apps, or decentralized app applications within the Pi ecosystem. So I think it's just a case of investors studying the application, the Pi ecosystem, and gain a deeper understanding to invest in the project. All right, these are the three reasons why I think that Pi price isn't going up as expected. But the question you want to ask is, why then was the IOU shooting up over these years? Why? If investors did not understand the utility for Pi. Well, I'm thinking of bigger money coming into the system, chasing after this coin, after this crypto. All right. So let's forget about what has happened before the launch. Now that it has been launched, investors have to now, before it was in closed system, now it's open now. So investors have to really think critically, think long term. All right. So what is my advice? What should you do right now? You see, if you are holding onto your pie, I will recommend you hold it tight. Okay, except you are pressed for money. If you are not pressed for money, hold your pie tight. Let's first wait for Binance announcement, number one. Number two, by the time the early pioneers have finished cashing out, they will still look for money to come and buy. By the time they will come to buy, they will buy it at a higher price. Though the ones they would have sold, yes, they didn't buy it, it was gained, and of course they will still keep on mining, right? But then, if you want to come back in, you have to look for money to buy. So hold on to yours, because it doesn't matter how low it goes, it's still going to find its way to retest the upper level price, upper range price. And there's a very likelihood to break that resistance and may head towards $3, $10, 15, 20, 30, maybe $314. But then predictions and projections are that by 2030, the Pi price may hit $500. But then it's only an investor that has that long-term perspective, long-term mindset to wait, that will really invest and let it be. But for those who do speculative trading, go ahead and do your speculative trading. However, if you're selling, don't sell low. Make sure you keep some, because the Pi price will still go up, like it or not. Well, I believe that with these few points, you are convinced that about the reasons for the drop in the price of Pi and what you should do so that you can actually gain maximum benefit from this as the price is pushed up again when investor funds, big money, begin to come in. Because I believe that some whales, crypto whales, are still going to come to test and shake this crypto and with their big money. And when that happens, you will see big money chasing fewer Pi, and the price of Pi can shoot up about 10,000% in one day. That I believe. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Also share this video, and please subscribe and smash the notification bell to get notified as soon as I drop the next video for you. Thank you, and God bless you.